Hotel Echo Lima, Lima, Oscar. Good afternoon from London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly, DLG Reppin', otherwise short for Delhi London Guna. Space, Romeo Echo, Papa, Papa, Indigo November. And once again, welcome to another DLG Reppin'S Daily Transfer News involving all things to do with Arsenal Football Club in terms of speculations of incomings and outgoings. And before I get into the speculation itself, all I would like you to do is smash a thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Please do that in abundance, yeah? Show me the love there. Share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. And if you're watching me for the first time, welcome on board. All I'll ask you to do is just share this channel amongst your friends and relatives and tell them to share it amongst their friends and relatives. If you can do that for me, I'd really appreciate that. Much love. On top of that, yeah, the chat for any questions and opinions, anything related to Arsenal, etc. Drop it in the chat, yeah. And remember, the chat section is for positive feedback only, yeah. So I want positive vibes on this channel, yeah. So so leave it in the chat, yeah. Your comments, questions, etc. On top of that, yeah, please smash the subscribe button for me, yeah. Please do that. And speaking of subscribers, shout out to yourself, Mr. or Mrs. Whether you are, whether you are male or female, obviously, whether you are from North America, South America, Australasia, Asia, it doesn't matter where in the world you're from, it doesn't matter about your race, etc. It's nice to have another subscriber to the channel, so massive shout out to yourselves and thanks for the love and appreciation and the support. All appreciated, I say. So if you subscribe, I'll shout you out like I've done with someone else, yeah? So again, smash that subscribe button. 1,000 subscribers I'm asking for by the end of this year, beginning of the new year. So let's get subscribing, please, yeah? And remember, if you subscribe, yeah, you know I'll shout you out. So keep it growing. Other than that, let's get into today's transfer gossip. Now we're talking about the ins here. Now Pedro Neto has been mentioned because Arsenal have planned to, I think they've planned to put in a bid for him. Now, according to the Sun, the last time I read an article from the Sun, Arsenal are willing to put £35 million on the table. Whether that it gets accepted or not, who knows? But possibly Wolves might agree that we can meet halfway or get close to the 50 million sum, because Wolves are looking for 50 million for Pedro Neto. So who knows? Maybe 48.2 million and Arsenal pay the rest as add-ons. That could be the case. That's what it could come down to. I mean, this is a player that has a bags of ability, can operate on the left, on the right of attack, on the wings. He hasn't produced enough goals, but he's producing enough assists, and I think he produced more assists than he does goals. But that can improve in his game. He's quick, skillful, and produces a bags of tricks. Now, this is a guy who's direct. This is a guy who's a Portuguese international. So he's got himself into the senior squad level where there is talents around him. Well, Arsenal are looking to make the move a reality, and it's going to cost them up to 50 million. And knowing that FFP are watching us hard, so we've got to be careful how and what we spend. Now, the other winger that's come up, I mean, he was talked about a couple of years ago, Wilfred Zaha. Now, personally, I believe this is a target that is 3-4 years late. We should have bought him when Emery was interested, and Emery wanted to sign him. He told the board of directors at the time he wanted Wilfred Zaha, but they went against his wishes and bought Nicolas Pepe for 72 million. It was an exciting signing, but from that day to now, it hasn't planned that well for him. You know, the relationship with Arteta is not the best, and his form is not the best either. And there are times where Pepe has produced moments of brilliance, and then he produces moments of complete silliness, making complete, utter poor decisions in his game. So now that he's going back to France on loan with Nice, let's wish him all the best. We're going to talk Yuri Tillemans again. Yuri Tillemans daily. Lord, this doesn't go away at all. Now, Arsenal have said to agree personal terms, but that's been done since January. So I don't know why we're still talking about the agreement of the personal terms. We should be talking about Arsenal putting in the bid. Arsenal should have signed him earlier on in this transfer window. Why hasn't the deal been done? I'd like to know. I mean, this keeps going on, and it's just dragging on for too long. Now, they are looking at alternatives like Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. Now, this is a guy that he is rated highly by Edu, and he's a guy who a box-to-box player, but they want to. I know that Arsenal want to sign players who are over 6 foot something tall, and Milinkovic comes across a 6'2" to 6'3", if not 6'4". I've heard rave reviews about him, about his athleticism, his defensive play in terms of his positioning, goals that he produces and assists. They say that he's an all-round midfield player. Now, it's only speculation, but Lazio did say they wanted up to 75 million to begin with. 75 million euros, I believe. Now it's gone down to 60 million euros. So the maximum we can get for him in British money is 50 million. Now that's a hell of a lot of money when you've got to consider the agent fees, his salary, and what he'd be making over the course of that contract. So let's just see how that pans out. We're looking at another attacker according to Arteta. Well, would he be going in for someone like Ivan Toney, a battering ram, physical, tall presence, goal scoring prowess? I mean, he's quite ideal to the way that Arsenal play. Or if we don't, if we don't play to the full capability that we're capable of producing, then we just have to look at a plan B. Now, he's a direct plan B. I would like to see him come on as a substitution and make a difference in terms of his aerial prowess, in terms of his back to goal, superb, brings players into play, and has an eye for goal as well. I mean, we all know he scored 30 odd goals in the Championship, and he scored between 10 to 15 Premier League goals last season. So he is a handful overall. Or do we go for someone of similarity, someone else like Alexander Mitrovic? Now, again, in the air, very strong with his aerial prowess. A guy who holds the ball up well with his back to goal, brings his teammates into play, and he started off well with Fulham this season. I think he's got himself 2 Premier League goals. The second Premier League goal of the season he got was a fine header, across from the right wing, and a far post header, bullet header, should I say, and it gave the keeper no chance. He has always been someone who's strong, solid. He might not have the pace, but what he has is a pace in his brain, and his movement is terrific at all times, and he is a handful. I do like the sign of um, Alexander Mitrovic, but I don't know if we're going to go in for him. But again, Arteta has said that we will be going for more signings. That includes another attacker, someone to bounce off Gabriel Jesus. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, we're going to talk about the outs now. Southampton and another Premier League club, from what I've heard, they're eyeing up a move for him, should I say, but a loan one. Now, we don't know the cost of the details in terms of his personal agreement, personal terms. We don't know nothing. We all know that nothing's been agreed as such. What I can say is, if he does not leave the club, I wouldn't be upset at all. He's a good all-round squad player, versatile, and he'll give us some option. He'll give us an option in either right back, left back, or even in the midfield area that he wants to play in. So I am not going to be too upset there, even though I feel that we'll get a midfielder in the rest of this transfer window. And by the way, we've only got 7 days left until the transfer window closes. And I've spoken about Maitland-Niles. How about Hector Bellerin? Now, with 7 days to go, I'm sure the breakthrough will happen on that day, where he will terminate his contract, which is led to believe, and he will end up at Real Betis. That's where he wants to go, even though Barcelona have come sniffing again, and another Spanish club. I don't know if it's Atletico Madrid of recently, but another club have come sniffing for his signature. Again, we all know that he's keen to leave Arsenal and keen to play first team football to give himself an opportunity of getting into the World Cup squad, the World Cup Spanish squad, should I say. Another player that I'll talk about in a bit. Yeah, I've spoken about him, Nicola Pepe. Yeah, I've spoken about him, and that's another one gone. I don't think there's any more to speak about as such in terms of our youth. I do not believe anyone else is going out on loan, so it is what it is, personally. Otherwise, I'm going to end it here and say, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, always a pleasure speaking to you guys. So I'll say thank you for listening, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, saving the best of last, as you know I always do. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I'll be here again, hopefully later on, with another DLG Reppin'S Daily Transfer News. Until next time, take care of your friends, take care of your families, take care of yourselves. Remember, if it's hotter than London, a lot hotter than London, drink loads of water. Peace, love, and bless again. And remember, DLG Reppin' will talk again. So just remember, please be nice.